position on my phone, so it's not going to fall down. And I'll, later have to regret the consequences of allowing it to fall down. So I haven't done my Semon review in a long time, and I thought to do my Semon review today, which is May. We're in May. I always forget that we're in May. So happy new week. We're going to do this fast. I don't know why I'm having breakouts in my face. But either ways, I had to practice for this because okay, so scratching me. All right, let's cut to the chase. So this month's theme rather, is on purpose, and I don't know why YouTube is showing me welcome to live chat and it's repeatedly coming up again. But yeah, this month's theme rather is purpose. And yesterday, the ultimate search was the theme topic. Anyone? I just hope you understand what I'm saying. Hi Javia. And it reminds me of when I was much younger and I used to watch this show called Go the Ultimate Search, where a couple of youths, my age mates, or people that are like maybe older than me, like 5 years older than me, because I'm still young, please, where they go to a village. Is it a village? But I know they used to go to a forest, and it's either they pair them in twos or in threes, and they go to search for a particular thing. I don't think they give them a tax. It was just like Big Brother, but it was more mature. And I think I just like the fact that they were living in the forest, and anything that comes from like the forest, or anything they give to them, that's what they will feed on that day. So it was really nice. And at the end of the day, they all know that they are there to search for something. They are there to win a prize. Let's say the grand prize is like 10 million, because then 10 million was a big money. Even 5 million was a big money. Not now that 5 million is nothing. So when they search for the prize and they win, they get home. I think it's one person that always gets home with the prize. So we move to the next one, which is we are in a search for meaning. Now, when we wake up every day, let me use today, I woke up and, it's a new month. The other month has passed. I'm like, okay, what do I want to do this month? We're always thinking, what am I going to do? What's the next step? And we ask us, okay, take for example, if I ask you, who are you? You're basically going to tell me your name and basically what you do. And I don't think you put more context. You won't go further to tell me who you really are. And it's most people know who they are, but most people don't really know who they are because they haven't found out why they are on earth. And I just want you to know that you didn't come here by mistake. Even if somebody was bettered out of wedlock, I don't even want to use the word I don't think. That person wasn't born in a mistake or whatever. So we have Ecclesiastes 2:11. I have my Bible with me. I'm trying to be calm today. I don't want to talk fast. It says, Then I looked on all the works that my hands had done, and on the labor in which I had toiled, and indeed all was vanity. So this is talking about King Solomon when he had done all he can do. It's a very long read. I think it's starting from 3 1 3 1 3 2. Let's just say chapter 2 to 11. So it's a long read, but this is when he had done everything that he could do. He had satisfied himself. Like, imagine if you're a king for a day. I don't know if you've watched Rumpelstiltskin. That's Shrek's the Shrek own. It's Shrek. There's no other Rumpelstiltskin, but I've forgotten the name of it. When Rumpelstiltskin gave Shrek the opportunity to, be an ogre for a day, and he went back to his swamp. It was fun for him. He was scaring people because I think in the party, people are no longer scared of Shrek. Whenever he's roaring at them, they're like, Go instead. On a normal day, when we started watching the Shrek one, we saw that people were scared of Shrek. Whenever they saw Shrek, they were scared of him. They would call him an ogre. They always frightened. They always wanted to hunt him down. But this time, people were scared of him. So okay, sorry. But this time, they were not scared of him because I mean, he had a family now. He had children. I think two daughters or so, and a son. And he was friendly, so he missed being how he was before, and he signed a deal with Rumpelstiltskin, a very short trickish man, and Rumpelstiltskin gave him the opportunity to be an ogre for a day. After Shrek had frightened everybody, done whatever he wanted to do, just enter people's houses and scare them. Imagine I'm sitting in my house and then I see one ugly ogre comes in here and shows his face that is green. I'm going to leave this phone and run away because my life is more important. So that was how he lived that day. And guess what? When he had gone back to his hut, he opened his doors. He didn't find Fiona. Fiona is his wife. I don't know if you've seen Shrek. He didn't find his children. He didn't find Donkey. So he started looking for everything. And that's when he realized that he was being played. So that's just like what is kind of intertwined with this Solomon's, how he had done everything he wanted to do. And at the end of the day, he found out that everything was vanity. So um now let's take friends. Okay, there's another one that says God has designed you, and you would only find meaning in him. So you don't know yourself till you find yourself in God. Let's take, for example, if I create a magic pen, I am the creator, right? So I'm the one that determines what this pen is going to be used for. The pen cannot walk outside what I create, right? The pen cannot say, I want to function as a spoon because I the creator, made it just for to draw. I'm just going to call it a magic pen. So this still kind of relates with this. God made us in his image. He breathed life into us. So if we want to find meaning, we have to find meaning in knowing God. We have to go back to our source. I always use that God, anytime I pray, I always say, God, you're my source, right? Just to remind myself and also let him know that I acknowledge that I am nothing without him and he's my source. Anytime I feel dry, anytime I feel hungry, I come back to him because he's my source. There's nothing else as my source. So, you know, PT went further to say what purpose is not. He said purpose isn't your career. We I am I okay. I will stop saying we. I am an artist, right? Now that is not my purpose. What I'm pushing right now isn't my purpose. Purpose isn't success too. Let's say for example, you get a first class in your masters or whatever. That is not purpose. I mean, it's good that you did that. It's nice. You should applaud yourself, but that isn't purpose. And purpose isn't happiness. PT went for that to say that happiness is a fickle feeling. So that isn't purpose. Now, in pursuit of purpose, you'd be uncomfortable. I think that's very clear. You can't be in comfort and say you want to pursue purpose. You want to know who you are. I can't say I want to know who I am and I am all lazy and I'm not doing the work. I'm not, getting it right with knowing God. I'm not being honest with myself. I'm just doing every other thing that doesn't concern my maker, which is God. So there was a takeaway, which means Um, be honest with yourself. How do you feel? Um, sorry, be honest, whether I'm in plenty or not, nothing separates me from the love of God. So I used to have this certain type of character that when it was last year, when I things were not working well, I was always very angry. I don't want to use the word depressed. I wasn't depressed, but I was just very angry and always moody. I think it still happens, but it's not as intense as before. Most times, probably my family members or my siblings will see me being moody, but they'll think, okay, because they always call me angry bird. But I'm not being angry. I'm just thinking about like the next step to take. But before it was really bad. I just want to go off for days and just, say, God, why me, why me? But that shouldn't be how it's supposed to be. I mean, when things are bad or good, we still have to run back to God. We still have to still stay in God. That should not determine how our relationship with God should be. It shouldn't be transactional too. So that was me being honest with myself that I shouldn't let material things control me. Even when I would go online on Instagram and I'll see my age mates, probably they have built a house or moved into their big girl apartment, or maybe their second or third girl, big girl apartment, and I am still staying in my parents' house. And I'm like, why is my case always different? That's what I always ask myself. Why is my own always different? Or probably they're going on trips to Bali and all of that and living that baby girl lifestyle, getting wigs and all of that, all the material things you can ever think of. Or probably somebody getting proposed to. And me that has written the last year that at a certain age on a blah 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 blah, I was gonna get proposed to, and that didn't happen. I believe so. That shouldn't. How are you doing? Good morning. So that shouldn't determine how you feel. And whenever I go on Instagram and I see that certain lifestyle, or maybe TikTok, I just begin to question myself. God, why is it always me? Why is my case different? What am I doing? Is it that I'm not doing right, or should I just live this good girl lifestyle and follow these girls that are living this certain way? And that's not the way it's supposed to be. I was reacting that way because I thought that that was happiness, but that's not happiness. My happiness should be in finding my purpose, knowing what God called me to do, why I was being created. So the second takeaway is okay. Part of that is God decides why you are here. So if you ever have a question to find out why are you here, why were you created, there's nobody else that can answer that question apart from God. And how can He answer that? Is when you have a relationship with Him. The second one is come home to God. Your relationship with God defines who you are. When this year started, because of there was somebody I saw a story of hers and it inspired me to be close to God. On a normal day, I don't like reading my Bible because I'm gonna sleep off. I don't even like reading. If I'm reading, I am reading to pass an exam. And I am very good with reading. Once I read, I know that it sticks inside my head. So after that, I've written the exam, everything has gone. It has gone on to the next. But I said I was going to be very, very consistent with reading my Bible. And I've been doing well. So far, so good. Hi, Oshala. I've been doing well so far, so good. So, yes, this is just me, how I'm trying to like be come close to God, not only by reading my Bible, but also having my prayer and my quiet time rather, which is still, I'm still struggling there, but the fact that I am making an effort means that soonest I can pray for like 6 hour stretch. That's going to be a flex. But yes, come home to God, leave every other thing. I know we are in search of wealth. Most people have said that before they clock 30, 40, 50, they would be doing, there will be this, there will be that. Even me, I've said it. I said, when I said that time limit, that's when I turned 23, I'll be 24, that will get, somebody will propose to me and I was being served breakfast, or the other way around. I just said, no, I can't be doing that. I cannot be setting deadlines for myself like that. And then when that day come, I'll be feeling pressured. Why me? No, I can't be doing that. It does not make any sense. So yes, come home to God. Your relationship with God defines who you are. So um I I find it intriguing when I listen to my pastor, any other pastor, when they are preaching and they say God showed them this, that where they are, God had already showed them. I'm like, I want to get to this stage. I want to work hard to get to this stage whereby I know my tomorrow. God has literally told me this is what to do. I know I'm not supposed to invest in some certain things or be with this kind of person because I know that it's not going to lead to anywhere, because God has already told me this person that you are with, or this job, or this thing that you want to do, road no day there. Oh. So that's going to be very awesome, right? I really can't wait to walk there and sorry to get there. And the only way I can get there is by cultivating a relationship with God, not because of what He wants to give to me, or not because I want it to be transactional, but I genuinely want to have a relationship with the person that created me, with my source. So, guys, that's the end of my sermon review. Yesterday, the word was very profound. I really enjoyed it because I think I needed to hear that. Because May has come now and I'm already tensioning myself. When is my next job going to come? Oh my God, this. I need to relax. And if job does not come this month, it's still fine because I will still praise God. And then there's still other years or other months rather. So I want to sleep. I'm on a break. I'm not really doing much for now, but I hope to start like my painting series soon by God's grace. But I'm on a break. So thank you for listening to my Semon review. Yes, I attend CCI. Do you? Although I'm about to sign out. But yes, thank you for listening to my sermon review. I have to go now. I don't know. Anytime I come, like, I'm always very tense. I can't wait for when I'll be calm and speak to you guys. But yeah, bye bye. Have a lovely day.